I was on my way out to Woodland Park where I had a massage scheduled because I do massages. Jack of kind of a lot of trades, master of a few, yet none at all. It's tooting my horn. Honk honk. Not really. But right on the way out of my neighborhood, they had repainted the lines, and like on the road, the yellow lines with the dashes and stuff. And roadkill, like, that happens. Like, squirrels and possums and bunnies and, like, whatever, sometimes they just run out in front of, like, oncoming traffic and they die, and that's really unfortunate. Like, and there's sometimes, like, we can't just, like, slam on the brakes and, like, save their lives, which is... It sucks, but it's kind of the circle of life kind of thing. Like, they don't know that these things are thousands of pounds and they're gonna, like, smash into them and, like, bam, you're dead. Like, they run on, like, fight or flight, and they look for food. They're not as complex as we are. But, like, digressing, roadkill, they were painting the lines, and they painted right over top of a dead squirrel. That bothers me on so many levels. I understand that it's your job to do that, but something died and you desecrated its corpse by just ignoring the fact that it was there and painting over top of it. Not only is that disrespectful to something that was once alive, like, you did a shitty job doing your job. Like, now I have a freaking dash in the middle of my yellow line where it's supposed to be completely solid. I know that in the scheme of things that doesn't really mean much, but you obviously don't care enough about your job to respect anything else around you, like, outside of your own personal bubble, and that needs to change. That needs to change with, like, everybody, almost, in the world. Like, there are some of us who are pretty open and pretty caring and loving and accepting of things and understanding, but the rest of people are just, and I hate to say it, but selfish. They're so involved with themselves that they don't care to know that somebody else is actually, like, being murdered across the street or being raped or being paid less because of their gender or being tied to fence poles and beaten and left for dead because of, oh, I don't know, lifestyle choices. We're all kind of in this game together, and the more love that you give out, the more love that you're going to receive. It's just kind of the law of attraction that, like, we create and we thrive under. Like, there's so many theories that you are God, or, like, manifestation, or The Secret, or etc., etc. If you don't love and accept everybody else around you like you expect them to love and respect you, then you're living really hypocritically, and I feel sorry for you. And at the same time, like, I forgive you. I forgive you because you don't understand, and I actually hope that you do. And for everybody who does kind of understand where I'm coming from on, like, respecting little things like the corpse of a squirrel, roadkill in the middle of a road, and, like, it correlating to, like, shoddy workmanship, and, like, you not doing your job properly because you don't care enough to do your job. Like, why aren't people allowed to find jobs that they like doing? Why do we have to spend thousands of dollars to go to college? Like, high-tech institutes, Anthem, like, freaking all those, like, colleges that you get degrees in under a year's time. Like, you're wasting your money. They're not accredited. Like, no matter how much they tell you they're accredited, you will not be able to transfer your credits from those schools to any other accredited college. Been there, done that, like, twice, and I am furious. It's a waste of my money, it's a waste of my time. I am so amazing at things that I tackle. Like, if I want to do a massage on somebody, I've taught myself how to do massages based on of all of the experience that I have in the medical realm and my Reiki attunement. And if you don't know what Reiki is, like, I can definitely do a video on that one of these days. Please ask, like and subscribe. You know the deal. You just be happy. Don't work at a call center because it pays well. Work at a call center because it pays well and you actually enjoy the customer service or the tech support or, you know, whatever it is you're doing in that call center. I used to work in call centers. I loved working customer service. I mean, it's a little tiring sometimes, like, listening to somebody, like, degrade you because of, like, company policies or because of, you know, some really unfortunate circumstance that, like, they can't control. But it was my job to, like, fix things if, like, it needed fixed, and I did, and, like, the praise and the gratitude that came out of it, it was so rewarding. It's like some people work for retirement homes, and they just do it because it pays the bills, and that's what they went to school for, and that's the only thing that they could find a job in, and they've settled. Some people love taking care of the elderly. I take care of my grandparents. It's rough. Like, they're not so bad that, like, you know, like, they're drooling all over themselves like some of the people in these nursing homes. And, like, but it's definitely a different realm taking care of old people versus children. You're not raising your grandparents or, you know, your parents or, you know, whoever you're taking care of. You're taking care of them. You're making sure that dinner is served. You're making sure that their laundry is clean. You're making sure that they're well off, comfortable in their own home in their final years. And that's kind of depressing to think about. But the people who are capable of taking care of elderly people, like, are able to understand that, and that's what makes them stronger people. Likewise, somebody who actually enjoys painting roads, like, believe it or not, there are people who enjoy paving and painting roads. Like, somebody who enjoyed their job could have painted that road outside my house, like at the edge of my neighborhood, and they would have moved that poor squirrel. Like, I don't expect you to give it a proper funeral or a burial, but, like, fucking poke it with a stick and get it off the goddamn road. Like, it's respect. And I forget who sings the song, RESPECT, like, that's one of the few things that, like, constantly rings through my mind. And on that note, it's been a really long day. In the last 2 days alone, I've done 6, 7, 8 massages with kind of a jacked up shoulder. I have a doctor's appointment in a couple of days, so I'm just going to get it looked at and, you know, see if there's, like, any weird damage. I don't think there is. I think it's just, like, bad posture and, like, dehydration and stuff, like, building up and eventually, like, manifesting as a bum shoulder. But I'm tired, so respect life, respect you, respect your neighbor, respect your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, respect your teachers, respect your elders. It really does make life a lot easier to even fake or pretend understanding that maybe somebody else is having a rougher time than you are. And chances are somebody else is having a rougher time than you are. If you're having a bad day, just think that somebody's child was murdered today. Or somebody's brother was murdered. Or horrible car accident. You know, somebody else has it worse than you do. And if that's the only way that you can see a silver lining in some of the unfortunates of life, then so be it. Because you have to be a decent human being if you want others to be decent human beings around you. On that note, I have to go to bed. I know I've said that like 3 times already, but I respect you, just as I'm sure you respect me. And no matter like what, I actually do love every single one of you, even the ones who have bothered me and upset me and hurt me. Like, I eventually figure out and understand why you hurt me, and it's not because you wanted to, it's because you have your own defenses, and that's just kind of the way that, like, you are. And I forgive you for that, and you are who you are, and I love you for that, like, regardless. I mean, granted, I'm not going to, like, tolerate you treating me like crap. Like, you can seriously step away if you're gonna be a bully. But it's not my job to judge you. Namaste.